Today we're going to find out what the worst instants are at each mana value. We've pulled out Palpatine here today. That's right, Banovsky. Palpatine is back because Palpatine loves democracy. So we're going to get some candidates at each mana value where the chat's going to vote on them. That's right, the coffee crew will decide which are the worst of the worst at each mana value. So we need some candidates. Intervention Pact at 0 mana is an instant. It is white. The next time a source of your choice that would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. You're going to gain life equal to the damage prevented this way. Remember, you got to pay the 3 mana next turn or you're going to lose. Lose a horrible, horrible death. What else do we have here? I'm just searching on Scryfall on cards that solely just gain you life. That's possible. Okay, Pegman also has, technically, Regicide is the worst. No, we're not at 1. We're at 0. So right now, we are at 0. We got to find candidates for 0. No, can't be alternate. Force of Will is at 5 mana. Also, Force of Will in no world will be a bad card. We're looking at the worst instant possible. Good. We don't want good cards. Pegman also suggesting Pact of the Titan. This might be hard, actually. At 0 mana, most cards are usually pretty good. Pact of the Titan, 0 mana. Create a 4/4 red giant creature token. You got to pay 5 mana next turn. You're going to lose the game. The only good thing about this is you're going to surprise block somebody. You're still, at the end of the day, paying 5 mana for a 4/4. Isn't Evermind really Evermind? What's Evermind? Okay, Evermind. Evermind. Okay, this has a mana value of 0. Instant, draw a card. Evermind is blue and it has Splice onto Arcane. I think you're onto something here. This card is quite bad. You have to. Okay, so the Splice onto Arcane spells. You have to play an Arcane spell, then pay this 2 mana to give, I guess, that card the ability to draw a card. That's hard. That's hard stuff. What else do we have here? You don't think Slaughter Pact is good? I think this is the best of all these crappy cards that we just looked at right now. So we got Slaughter Pact. It's a 0 mana instant. Destroy target non-black creature. Okay, I can't kill Phyrexian Obliterator. Big deal. At the beginning of your next upkeep, you got to pay 3 mana. If you don't, you lose the game. Honestly, there's like worse things I can do for 3 mana out there. Islarf with standard procedure. Because it's not legal. Well, we need legal cards here. What's standard procedure, just out of curiosity? No, we need... it's very illegal. I don't know if I'd count Evermind. You can't cast it for 0 mana. You may not be able to cast it for 0 mana, but it is a card with a mana value of 0. It doesn't have a casting cost of 0, it has a mana value of 0. So there are some ways of cheating this card into being played. It is possible. What else do we have here? Old boy says, oh, but it does, yeah, it does have a mana value of 0. Is that it? Is that what we got? We got Intervention Pact, Pact of the Titan, Evermind, and I guess Slaughter Pact, and that's what we're going to be voting on here. So we're going to start a poll, a good old poll skis with what's what's the worst? Could be Slaughter Pact, Evermind, Pact of the Titan, and of course Intervention Pact. A lot of pacts here. Some of them were really good, some of them were really terrible. I mean, I forgot that Intervention Pact even existed. There are some decks that combo with Pact of the Titan, mostly the Hive Mind decks. Because you play Hive Mind, then you play Pact of the Titan, and if they're a deck that can't add red mana, then, well, I mean, they're doom skis. It's over for them. So there are some, like, weird combos with Pact of the Titan, but not many. Not many. You need to force your opponent to cast this card in a really bizarre way. Didn't really were ascending mana value. Oh yeah, we got to start somewhere. We're gonna start somewhere. We got to vote on it. Then we move on to the next one. And it would appear Evermind, oh, is way out in front. Not even close. Why is 12% voting for Slaughter Pact? This is literally a 3-mana removal spell. I've seen worse for 3 mana. All right, Evermind, Evermind, congratulations. You're the worst instant at 0 mana. 1 mana. 1 mana instance. What are the worst 1 mana instants in the game? We need some really, really big stinkers. This is going to be hard, I think. Okay, 1 with nothing, obviously a contender. I think there's probably some really terrible cards out there for 1 mana that we don't even know about because they're just so bad and useless. Dinglebag with Eye Gouge. We got a super chat here from Little Dead Fly. Rookie mistake. By the way, Eye Gouge, black instant. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. If it's a Cyclops, you destroy it. Rookie mistake for 1 mana. Until end of turn, target creature gets +0/+2, and another target creature gets -2/-0. I feel like there's worse cards than this, Little Dead Fly, because there are cards that are just like target creature gets +0/+2, and then nothing else. So you get like half of this card. Honestly, Healing Salve is not that bad. I've lost to Healing Salve, unfortunately, in a very, very sad way. Turiot with Moonlace. By the way, if you use Super Chats, you might have a little bit better chance of getting onto the polls. So Moonlace is a blue instant. Target spell or permanent becomes colorless. Now that is useless. I mean, you could combine this with Consigned Memory or something. Oh no, you can't. No target. Oh no, yeah, you can because it says target spell. That's very super niche. Now we got John with for the 1-drop, the Scapegoat. Scapegoat is an instant for 1. Sacrifice a creature. Return any number of target creatures you control to owner's hand. As an additional cost to cast the spell Sacre Creature, return any number of target creatures you control to their owner's hand. So we can kill one of our creatures to bounce our entire board back to hand. That's supremely awful. I think this is a big vote here. We got Dwarven Song. Okay, hold on. I guess you give me all the suggestions and I'm gonna take the best ones. Okay, Dwarven Song. A lot of these cards make 1 with nothing trash. Changes the color of 1 or more target creatures to red until end of turn. You choose which and how many creatures are affected. Cost to tap, maintain, or use special abilities of target creature remains entirely unchanged. I think this is slightly worse than the Moonlace. Target spell or permanent becomes colorless. This one makes the target. Hold on. 1 or more target creatures become red until end of turn. You can't even change the color of the spell. Okay, we got Dwarven Song, Wail of Darkness, Glyph of Delusion. I'm getting too many suggestions here. Blue instant, put X counters on 1 target creature. That target wall blocked during this turn. X is the power of the block creature. Creature does not untap as normal while it has... Okay, I don't put X glyph counters on target creature. That target wall blocked this turn, where X is the power of that block creature. The creature gains. This creature doesn't untap during your untap step if it has a glyph counter on it. And at the beginning of your upkeep, remove a glyph counter from this creature. This is insane. Okay, we got Tunnel. I think this is going to be a multiple part series. Oh, I can't find Tunnel. Oh, bury target wall. That's not that's you can kill changelings with that, Or can you? Yeah, well, changelings are walls. Aura Finesse. Yeah, the ancient texts are always easier to read. Well, not really. Attach target aura you control to target creature. Draw a card. Pull from eternity. Hold on. Pull from eternity. Can't remember what this card does. A white instant. Put target face-up card that's removed from the game into its own target face-up card that's removed from the game into its owner's graveyard. That is definitely making it. Okay, I'm not even gonna question it. Pull from Eternity. I'm gonna put Dwarven Song on here. What was the last? What was that? We'll put Rookie Mistake. Oh, what was Scapegoat? Okay, we can put Scapegoat as well. Is there anything else? Scapegoat. Rookie Mistake. People suggesting Life Lace. Mo, I like Pull from Eternity. Okay, this is a green interrupt. Change the color of target spell or target permanent to green. Cost to cast, tap, or maintain or use special abilities of target remain unchanged. That's basically our Dwarven Song. One with Nothing should definitely be on the list. You know what? Honestly, I don't agree. I think these cards are more worthless. Like, when you think of One with Nothing, you can use that in Dredge, right? Or some sort of graveyard strategy. I don't know how you can use any of these. Like, it's a very... One with Nothing is a very powerful hurt yourself type of card, but I don't find, like, there's potential there. These, like, have no potential. Will Anderson with Fighting Chance. Red instant. For each blocking creature, flip a coin. If you win the flip, that creature deals no combat damage this turn. Hold on. For each blocking creature, flip a coin. So we're taking our chance. It's a 50-50 whether the creature is going to deal damage or not deal damage. Urtai's Trickery is also really niche. Urtai's Trickery. Counter target spell if a kicker cost was paid for it. Okay, how about this? Okay, we need to pull out the notepad. There's actually too many 1-drops. We're going to have almost a small tournament for the 1-drops, I think. Notepad. This is just for the 1-drops. Okay, we're going to start off with Pull from Eternity. Dwarven Song. Scapegoat. Rookie Mistake. Okay, hold on. Let's make this bigger. Okay, we're gonna have a small tournament just for the 1-drops. So what am I missing here? So while I do this, you guys vote on these 4. And then we had okay, we're gonna put One with Nothing on here. One with Nothing. We also need Eye Gouge. Maybe I should just have this off to the side. You guys don't need to see it. Rookie Mistake in here? Rookie Mistake's in here. They're fighting it out. Moonlace is not in there. Basically the same thing. Scapegoat is in the voting. Glyph of Delusion. We're gonna have a small tournament with the 1-drops, I think. Or the 1-mana cards. Voting Scapegoat since it's M. What else are we missing here? Tunnel. Aura Finesse. Pull. Okay, I have Pull from Eternity in here. Life Lace. Fighting Chance. Okay, we'll have 4 more. There's a slight tournament just for 1-drops for crying out loud. The title should say mana value. It does say mana. The worst instant at each mana value, because mana costs include color, meaning Glyph of Delusion and One with Nothing. They're all 1 mana. Aura Finesse shouldn't be included because it draws a card. Do you want sometimes cards draw a card and they're still terrible. Okay, so we need... How many more do we need? Okay, Dwarven Song wins this one. Okay, wins the first one. So Dwarven Song, we remove Scapegoat, remove Pull from Eternity. We need a few more candidates. We need 4 more candidates. I need candidates, people. Okay, Islarf with Champion's Victory. Cast this spell only during the declare attacker step, and only if you've been attacked this step. Return target attacking creature to its owner's hand. Return target attacking creature to its owner's hand. Cast the spell only during your declare attacker step if you've been attacked this turn. I don't think, honestly, this is sorry. I don't think this is bad enough. It's basically unsummon. I think there's infinitely worse cards out there. Do we not have Regicide on here? Instant. Reveal it as you draft it. The player to your right chooses a color. You choose another color. Then the player to your left chooses the third color. Destroy target creature that's one or more of the colors chosen as you drafted cards named Regicide. This card might be good. Okay, what else? Magic Vinyl with Tellem Tor's Edict. So red instant. Remove from the game target permanent you own or control. Draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. That is absolutely hilarious. Was it Tellem's Tor's Edict? We exile our own permanent to cantrip off this thing. This is a complete joke. Oh, it's only for your... Oh, is that one only for your own attacking creature? Cast the spell only during declare and only if you've been only if you've been attacked this turn. Return target attacking creature. You can bounce your opponent's creatures attacking you. Next up, we have... Do we get Glyph of Life? Hold on. Glyph of Life. Aha! Damage done to target wall by attacking creatures is added to your life point total? It's crazy. Okay. Glyph of Life. What else? We need one more. Regicide is legacy legal, but you are not drafting, thus didn't choose any color. I totally understand. Yeah, if we're not playing draft, it is completely useless. Completely useless. Excited Raichu with Singe. The card Singe. And for 1 mana, it deals 1 damage to target creature. That creature becomes black until end of turn. Honestly, I think there's quite a few worse ones out there. We have Tunnel. Beanpot. Okay, Singe. Okay, let's vote on these. Next, the next vote. I think we have enough terrible cards. One with nothing for the people who think that's actually bad. Eye Gouge. I believe it like deals -1/-1 to a creature. Moonlace. And Glyph of Delusion. A card I don't even know what it does, to be honest. Okay, just a reminder. Did I even look up one with nothing? I don't think I even looked. You know what one with nothing does. Just put it that way. Everyone knows what one with nothing does. Oh no, here's one with nothing. Instant speed. You can do it at instant speed. That's how broken this card is. It's not sorcery. You got Eye Gouge. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. But if it's a Cyclops, you can destroy it. Next, Moonlace. Target spell or permanent becomes colorless. That's always useful. Gets around Circle of Protection, some color. The sad thing, it's in blue, so I don't know how useful that is for the blue players. Then Glyph of Delusion. You be delusional if you think I know what this card even does in the first place. Moonlace seems better than Eye Gouge because it can stop color devotion. Oh my god. Does it? I don't know if it stops devotion, because the mana value I think still changes, or the color of the mana. One with nothing wins. Congratulations, one with nothing. You've defeated. Wow, one with nothing. I can't believe it. I'm not a fan of one with nothing, but whatever. It won. It won. Okay, next up, we have a vote about Tunnel, Aura Finesse, swaps the auras, Life Lace, and Fighting Chance. Duke it out. My coffee crew, duke it out. So where's Tunnel? Is it before or later? Okay, here there's Tunnel. For 1 red, instantaneously, we can blow up the walls. Aura Finesse for a blue, instant. Attach target aura you control to target creature. Just move it around somewhere else. Draw a card. So if they're destroying that creature with the aura, you can swap it to another creature that's not dead yet. Did we have Pull from Eternity here? No, this is going to be somewhere else. Oh, no, that was in an earlier pull. Life Lace. Change the color of target spell or target permanent to green. Cost to cast, tap, maintain, or use special abilities of target remain unchanged. Fighting Chance for a red, instant. For each blocking creature, flip a coin. If you win the flip, that creature deals no combat damage this turn. Champion's Victory. Oh no, that's it. Fighting Chance. We'll have one more pull later. So far, Life Lace is in the lead. I guess the coffee crew says, you know, turning things to green. It's not easy being green. It's also not particularly useful either. One with Death? That's not a real card, Algot. That's not a real card. Trolling me over there. All right, looks like Life Lace wins it. Congratulations, Life Lace. You're going to move on to the elimination rounds with one with nothing. Okay, next up, we've got Regicide. Telem's Tor's Edict. Glyph of Life. And Singe. I guess this is going to be a few series of shows. We're gonna get through like 4 mana values in probably only one day. Okay, where do we start with Regicide? Right here. The black instant. Reveal Regicide as you draft it. The player to your right chooses a color. You choose another color. Then the player to your left chooses a third color. Destroy target creature that's one or more of the chosen colors chosen as you drafted cards with named Regicide. If you are not in a draft, this card does nothing. It's crickets. You can pay a black as an instant and destroy nothing. Then there's Telem's Tor's Edict, a red instant. Remove from the game target permanent you own. So we have to blow up something of ours, and we can draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. I don't even get to draw a card now. I gotta wait later. Glyph of Life. Damage done to target wall by attacking creatures is added to your life point total. So it's basically you're going to gain as much life as the damage was dealt to your wall. And then Singe. Deals 1 damage to target creature. That creature becomes black until end of turn. That can kill a lot of creatures. That can kill like a Ragavan. It's probably the strongest card. That's why it's only at 6% here. And Regicide wins it. Congratulations to Regicide. I don't know if that's something to be proud of. But that's what it is. Okay. Now we have to do... Okay, this is the big one. Dwarven Song, one with nothing. This is the big one. This is deciding who's the worst of all 1 mana value cards. Dwarven Song. One with nothing. Life Lace. And Regicide. Away you go. So we got Regicide, Dwarven Song. Dwarven Song, remember, changes the colors of 1 or more target creatures to red until end of turn. We got Life Lace. Also changes colors, but this one to green. And, oh, one with nothing. Dump your hand at instant speed. You know, admit it. You've all made a deck with 1 with nothing, so it's not completely worthless, in my opinion. Christopher B says, Dwarven Song is greater than Life Lace, as it can at least affect multiple cards. You're right. 1 with nothing has seen competitive play against decks that force you to draw based on cards in hand. What? Really? I don't remember this card seeing any play anywhere. It is the most infamous card for maybe seeing play one day, but it has not at all. It just hasn't been there yet. And Regicide wins! Congratulations, Regicide! There we go. The worst one drop in the game. You know what? Actually, rightfully so. It does not. It does less than nothing. Well, do you know what? To be honest, some of those cards hurt you in some way. You know, you could argue one with nothing is worse if it there's nothing for you to do with that card. One with nothing, hive mind equals good times. All right, 2 mana value. We're up to 2 mana value. Regicide is the winner. This is not a tournament. This is not a tournament you want to win, though. Of course. And we have a super. Okay, so first super chat here. From Rated Lex. Break open. Okay, break open is gonna go on. Oh yes, the 2 mana. This is 2 mana instant. Turn target face down creature and opponent controls face up. Very, very useful. What else do we have here? Break open is undisputed, I believe. Another break open. Trap Cosmos, clip wings. Clip wings is each opponent sacrifices a creature with flying. You don't want to kill Murktides out there? You don't want to kill Murktides? Then we got from Little Dead Fly, Pale Moon. I believe this is like non-basics are paralyzed or something. Until end of turn, if a player taps a non-basic land for mana, it produces colorless mana instead of its normal type. Until end of turn. Oh yeah. So like non-basic lands, they become Eldrazi mana for 1 turn. Let's see how debatable the 2 mana cards are. Evan with sideswipe. Sideswipe is an instant. You may change any targets of target arcane spell. Not many arcane spells to change to, like, you know, most of the arcane spells I know, they're like rituals. I don't even know what I'm gonna like redirect. One with nothing was used as a sideboard card against Howling Bind decks that used a card that dealt damage based on cards in hand. Oh, wasn't familiar. Very fascinating. Okay, Henrik with reverse polarity. Oh, a 2 mana instant. All damage done to you by artifacts so far this turn is retroactively added to your life total instead of subtracted. Further damage this turn is treated normally. My artifacts this turn added to your... Oh, so basically the artifact creatures are going to gain you life instead of losing you life. Okay, we're gonna look at. Okay, we're gonna look at more candidates, but you know, you heard this. You heard the music. That means we gotta thank our sponsor, FusionGamingOnline.com. Today's sponsor, yesterday's sponsor, tomorrow's sponsor, my favorite sponsor. Buy your Magic the Gathering cards from Ether Drift. Where else we got? Innistrad Remastered. There's always a deal of the week. And Tarkir Dragonstorm, that's what I wanted to talk about. Those dragons are fresh and hot off the presses. They're hot! Get them while they're toasty. And when you are purchasing any cards or playmats, dice, bags, singles, boxes, booster boxes, use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases, and it supports the channel. And if you want to experiment with some terrible cards in Magic the Gathering, why don't you rent them with Magic on Magic Online with Mana Traders? It's the best way to play Magic. You can try out all the jank you want by renting Magic the Gathering cards instead of owning them. And then when you're done playing with those bad cards, return them for some new ones. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_ZUL. And back to voting on terrible cards. Okay, we're at reverse polarity. What else? Duke Firebird with Extinguish. Counter target sorcery spell. It's not counter target sorcery spell, not particularly useful. Okay, what else do we have here? Withering Boon. Withering Boon is great. Black doesn't get a hard counter. 2 mana, pay 3 life. Counter target summon spell. So counter target creature spell. That's what a summon spell means. Next up, Dash Hopes. 2 mana. When you play Dash Hopes, any player can pay 5. If a player does, counter Dash Hopes. Otherwise, it can counter a spell. Oh, okay, dangerous one. Paying to win around here. Hisoka's Defiance. 2 mana, counter target spirit or arcane spell. Wasn't very defiant, in my opinion. Benjamin Berkey with Soul Rend. This is a 2 mana instant. Bury target creature if it's white. Draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. That's actually insane. There's no way that's bad. I'll put it on here, but that's like the best card I've seen in this whole show. It's destroy target creature, draw a card. What's wrong with that? Algot really wants Afterlife Insurance. It's not an uncard, right? It's a 2 mana instant. Creatures you control gain Afterlife 1 until end of turn. Draw a card. When a creature with Afterlife 1 dies, create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token. It's insurance for the afterlife. We need about 5 more cards. Raging River. Ugh. Whenever one or more creatures you control attack, each defending player divides them into left and right pile. Just block the left and right pile. This is just more of an annoying card than anything. Raging River. No, annoying cards to read. Magic the Gathering. Oh yeah, it's an enchantment. It's disqualified. Yeah, it has to be an instant. Sorry about that. Must be instant. Thanks for catching that. That would have been a disaster. Yeah, enchantment! Enchantment alert! Get it out of here! Old boy with Reality Anchor. Target creature loses shadow until end of turn and draw a card. Target creature loses shadow. It's basically a 2 mana cantrip. Reality Anchor. Must be really weird for the shadow creature. We need 4 more. We got a dog with Flare. Yeah, we did break open. Okay, hold on. Flare. Flare is 3 mana. Right, we're at 2 mana right now. Sticking at 2 mana at the moment. Soul's Grace. 2 mana instant. You gain life equal to target creature's power. Soul's Grace. Auragraft? It's 2 mana instant. Gain control of target aura that's attached to a permanent. Attach it to another permanent it can enchant. You can swipe someone's aura with this thing. Why is that so bad? Vec with Elatory. 2 mana instant. Play only after defense is chosen. Flip a coin. Target opponent calls heads or tails while coin is in the air. If the flip ends up in your favor, target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. This is awful. Elatory. This is gonna be a good vote. Is Aurelia's Fury that bad? Aurelia's Fury. Deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and/or players. Tap each creature dealt damage this way. There's no way that this is that bad. It literally deals. If you have infinite mana, it's a really strong card. Divided as you choose among any number of target creatures. Yeah, if you have infinite mana, you kill somebody. Sadly, a good day to pie is Legacy Commander legal, so it should make the list. Yeah, a good day to pie. Technically legal. 2-mana instant. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Whenever you put a name sticker on a creature, you may return a good day to pie from your graveyard to your hands. This is just basically 2-mana tap 2 creatures. Okay, let's vote on these. What? A voting okay, so we're going back to where are we going? Break open. Where's break open? Okay, starting off with some pretty good ones. It's not a Q&A. Let's get out of here. Start a poll. Break open into clip wings. Into Pale Moon. Into Sideswipe. Okay, vote away. we're probably gonna end up just doing like the worst mana value of like 2 cards today. This show is unbelievably longer than I thought it was gonna be. Damn, this is a lot of choices. I know, it's quite the tournament that we have here. Now, a reminder, break open, turn target face down creature and opponent controls face up. It's a lot of face down. Hold on, does it turn? It doesn't kill like a land, right? So if it's like a land, it'll just turn face up into a land. Clip wings, each opponent sacks a creature with flying. Pale Moon, until end of turn, if a player taps a non-basic land for mana, it's going to produce colorless mana instead of its normal type. And, of course, Sideswipe. You may change any targets of target arcane spell. Too strong. That's of it. This is a very, 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 very strong card. You can redirect all those arcane spells out there. Yeah, I don't even know one. I don't know a single arcane spell that I could redirect. Break open is literally the worst. It's open for debate. So far, it seems to be way, way ahead, and it does win this round. All right. So break open so far is the worst. Next up, we're going to vote on reverse polarity. Into extinguish. Into withering boon. Into dash hopes. Away you go. Reverse polarity, 2 mana. You gain X life, where X is twice the damage dealt to you so far this turn by artifacts. So if that Blightsteel Colossus, does that count? I don't know if you want to gain life off of Blightsteel Colossus because you're just gonna die to the infect, but you know, what's the other one? Something else Colossus. Okay, we're voting on reverse polarity, extinguish, counter target sorcery spell, very narrow counter spell. Withering boon, you can counter a creature spell by paying 3 life, and also dash hopes. It's a counter spell, but if anyone pays 5 life, then it's going to counter the dash hopes. I guess the real hopes that got dashed were our own the entire time. Emrakul and oh yeah, Darksteel Colossus. I keep forgetting the twin to Blightsteel Colossus is Darksteel Colossus. Reverse polarity is pretty far ahead so far. Wow, just doubling the amount of life. You not afraid of Darksteel Colossus? Well, anyway, you can't gain life from Emrakul because that's actually a colorless creature. Withering Boon being on here is a joke, right? It was suggested. Some people might think that card is bad. I think it is bad, honestly. I think the most critical cards, well, maybe in Commander it's different. Maybe in Commander the most critical cards you want to counter are actually the creatures, because that's technically the Commander. You know, the format that it's named after. Okay, Reverse Polarity wins this one. Congratulations, Reverse Polarity. Okay, next we are gonna be voting on Hisoka's Defiance. What else do we have here? Soul Rend. Afterlife Insurance. And Reality Anchor. Go for it, Coffee Crew. Is that Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter? I have no idea. And a reminder for what all these cards do. Counter target Spirit or Arcane spell from Hisoka's Defiance. Was only defiant for a very, very narrow range of spells. Soul Rend. Bury target creature if it's white, and also draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. We also have Afterlife Insurance. Creatures you control gain Afterlife 1 until end of turn and draw a card. So when the creature dies, you get a 1/1 Spirit. And a Reality Anchor. Target creature loses Shadow until end of turn. So it's very temporary, and you get to draw a card off of it. Hisoka's Defiance. Super far out at front. I agree. Countering Spirit and Arcane spells. Oh no, but you can counter Spirits. Oh, so you can... I didn't realize that. So you can counter Change... Can you counter Changelings? Because it has that Changeling ability, like it's all creature types, but maybe only when it's in play, not while it's on the stack. Maybe it can't even counter Changelings. Interesting. Gainsay's not that terrible. Gainsay is definitely a lot better than this card, that's for sure. Okay, Hisoka's Defiance does it. Okay, next up, Soul's Grace. Where's Soul's Grace? Into Orographed. Into Aleatory. Disqualifying Aurelius Fury into A Good Day to Pie. Alright, let's start the poll. Do you guys ever wonder what crimes Nikachu has committed? Well, I once walked on the lawn of someone's... I once accidentally walked on the grass of somebody's yard, and it's had that sign, "Don't step on the grass." So, you know, they've got that on me. Oh, by the way, if anyone needs to remember, Soul's Grace. You gain life equal to target creature's power. Orograph. To gain control of target aura that's attached to a permanent. Attach it to another permanent it can enchant. Aleatory. Cast spell only during combat after blockers are declared. Flip a coin. If you win the flip, target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. And then A Good Day to Pie. Just tap up to 2 target creatures. Up to. You do not actually have to tap up to 2 target creatures. You can do anything. Oh my god. Allegory is way out in front here. Getting +1/+1 at a coin flip. But you get to draw a card no matter what. 100% draw a card. But you know what? It's going to win it. Congratulations. Okay, now it's made the finals. Between all these super terrible cards. Starting with... okay, start poll. Start with... Break Open. Reverse Polarity. Hisoka's Defiance. And Aleatory. Go for it. Okay, Break Open. As we remember. Reverse Defiance. This is for the worst of the worst. Oh, sorry, Reverse Polarity. Hisoka's Defiance. And Aleatory. So far, it's a break open super far ahead. Interesting. No votes for Reverse Polarity or Aleatory. Nobody even wants to humor these two cards. It's just, it's all in on break open. I totally understand a little bit of Defiance voting for Hisoka's Defiance, given the fact that this counter is just almost absolutely nothing. But you need your opponent to definitely have a face-down creature and opponent control. Like, your opponents need to have a face-down creature, or this is completely useless. But maybe you're playing a deck where you turn your opponent's creatures face down. Then you just want to know what they look like. Now I want to build a Soul's Grace card with Jumbo Cactar added in Bilbo or whoever that wins the game. If your life total is high enough, go for it. How can it be a crime to go somewhere? The right to roam exists. Oh, you mean like on someone's lawn? Okay, break open. Is the worst 2-mana instant in Magic the Gathering. Okay, I guess we have only enough time to do the 3s. Okay, well, we need candidates for the 3 drops. And by 3 drops, I mean 3-mana value instants. When they make a creature that makes you lose the game, if it's turned face up, then maybe break open can be good. Okay, Benjamin Berkey with Mudhole. I don't have to write these things down. Garbage Fire. Oh, sorry, maybe we should read some of these. Mudhole. Target player removes all land cards in their graveyard from the game. Doing okay back there? Tarv? And then we have Garbage Fire. Reveal Garbage Fire as you draft it. And note how many cards you've drafted this draft round, including Garbage Fire. Garbage Fire deals damage to target creature equal to the highest number you noted for cards named Garbage Fire. Next up, Mage's Contest. Three-mana instant. You and target spell's controller bid life. You start the bidding with a high bid of 1. In turn order, each player may top the high bid. The bidding ends when the high bid stands. The highest bidder loses life equal to the high bid. If you win the bidding, counter target spell. Oh my god. We're just going to bid life to know if the spell's going to get countered or if it's going to resolve. Elgot Guff rewrites history. This is a 3-mana instant. For each player, choose target non-enchantment, non-land permanent that player controls. Those permanents owners shuffle them into their libraries. Each player who controlled one of those permanents exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card, then puts the rest on the bottom of their library in a random order. Each player may cast the non-land card they exiled without paying its mana cost. What? I don't even know what this does. John with the super chat. Trying to get cards on the show here. Orabarbs. Sounds like an artifact. This is a 3-mana instant. Each enchantment deals 2 damage to its controller. Then each enchantment enchanting a creature deals 2 damage to that creature it's enchanting. Interesting. Very anti-enchantress, is it? Blood of the Martyr. Thanks so much, Turiat. 3-mana instant. Until end of turn, you may redirect to yourself all damage dealt to any number of creatures. The source of the damage does not change. Is that right? Okay, no, next up, DH with Dust of Moments. Dust of Moments is a 3-mana instant. Choose one. Do I have any choice? Remove 2 time counters from each permanent and each suspended card, or put 2 time counters on each permanent with a time counter on it and each suspended card. Very interesting. How many cards do we have so far? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. Okay, so we have 9 more to go. Little Dead Fly. Open the Omen Paths. Instant. Choose one. Add 2 mana of any one color and 2 mana of any other color. Spend this mana only to cast creature or enchantment spells. And creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Did I get Karavek's Spite? Karavek's Spite. Oh yeah, this one. 3 mana. Sack all permanents. Discard your hand. Target player loses 5 life. Greatness at any cost. Old boy with Grim Reminder. 3 mana instant. Search your library for a non-land card and reveal it. Each opponent who played a card this turn with the same name as that card loses 6 life. Then shuffle the revealed card back into your library. For 2 mana, return Grim Reminder from your graveyard to your hand. Play this ability only during your upkeep. A silly card. Next up. Who else do we have here? A lot of people voted for Karavek's Spite. People love Karavek's Spite. All right, I don't know if people love Karavek's Spite. Certainly a lot of people don't like Karavek's Spite. We got Grim Reminder. 6 life is such a strange amount. Absolutely. Christopher B with Unforge and Rend Spirit. Or sorry, Unforge / Rend Spirit. Unforge. 3 mana instant. Destroy target equipment. If that equipment was attached to a creature, it deals 2 damage to that creature. It's like you're just ripping it right off. If you don't do every mana value, you're right, actually. Well, I'm gonna just have to put it like part one of many. So this is like part 1 of a bazillion. This could be a 7-part series here. Disharmony. Have we run out of bad 3 mana cards? Cast Disharmony only during combat before blockers are declared. Untap target attacking creature and remove it from combat. Gain control of that creature until end of turn. Meddled Fatigue. 3 mana instant. Tap all artifacts. It's going to be suck for the artifact, but suck for the Infinity player. Although they can still cast cards anyway. They were playing Affinity. Oh boy, Force Void. 3 mana Interrupt. Counter target spell unless that spell's caster pays 1. Draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. That feels like a good card to play if it works. Okay, well, that was Force Void. Dazzling Beauty. This is a 3 mana instant. Play only when defense is chosen. Target unblocked creature is considered blocked. Draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. Yeah, I like Disharmony in pre-modern. Players don't expect it. Man, that's got Disharmony's gonna get oh, Disharmony. Did we get Disharmony? Yeah, we got it. Untap target attacking creature, remove it from combat. Interesting. It's a got him, huh? How many cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We got 15. So we need 3 more. Teferi's Protection is great. What are you talking about? Truce. Let's look up Truce. Each player may draw up to 2 cards. For each card less than 2 any player draws, that player gains 2 life. Huh? Okay. Oh yeah, that's 16. That's what we need, right? That's the magical number. All right, let's start voting. Starting at Mudhole. Is probably my target player removes all land cards from their graveyard from the game. Some people want. Hey, what about a lands deck? Lands deck would hate seeing this card. Okay, Mudhole. Into Garbage Fire. I like the name. Into Mage's Contest. Into Guff Rewrites History. And away we go. Reminder, Garbage Fire. You draft it, you have to reveal it, and it deals damage to target creature equal to the highest number of noted for cards named Garbage Fire. Mage's Contest. You're going to bid life. Each player is going to bid life, and whoever wins the bid is going to decide whether the spell gets countered or it resolves. And then Guff rewrites history. I have no idea what this card does. You can read it yourself. I'm not doing it. I already did it once. If it didn't click the first time, I'd just be like, okay, I just believe you, whatever you do. Whatever you say, gotcha. Just let me know. Oh, Garbage Fire, way out in front. Got to note how many cards you've drafted this draft round, including Garbage Fire. Note how many cards you've drafted. Could that be, in theory, a very large number? So that you want to draft it. Oh, is that an interesting thing? Like, you want to draft it. You don't want to draft it too early, then it won't be worth a whole lot of damage. But then if you draft it too late, then you give someone else the chance to draft it for a lot more power. Garbage Fire wins! Oh my goodness. Alright, next up. We are going to battle it out with Oribarbs. Versus Blood of the Martyr. Into Dust of Moments. Into Open the Omen Paths. And away we go. So Oribarbs deals 2 damage to you for each enchantment you control, and also 2 damage to creatures being enchanted. The Blood of the Martyr. Until end of turn, you may redirect to yourself all damage dealt to any number of creatures. The source of the damage does not change. I would not say that is the most useless ability. I would not play that card in the first place, but it sounds like an absolute bombshell limited card. Dust of Moments. Choose one. Remove 2 time counters from each permanent and each suspended card, or put 2 time counters on each permanent with a time counter on it and each suspended card. And it looks like Blood of the Martyr is super out on front. Oh, hold on, I didn't look at the last one. Open the Omen Pass. You can add 2 mana of any color. So, Hunt, do you get 4 mana out of this? Add 2 mana of any one color and add 2 mana of any other color. Spend this mana only to cast creature enchantment spells. So you still net mana with this card for the most part. Pay 3, get 4. It's like a super Manamorphose, but you don't draw a card off of it. Then creatures you control get +1/+0. Blood of the Martyr wins! Blood of the Martyr. I thought you're useless, but Blood of the Martyr. You're actually quite useful. Blood of the Martyr. Next up. Carevex Spite. Coming to spite you. Grim Reminder. Next, Unforge. And then Disharmony. Carevex Spite, remember, sack you have to lose everything. You sack all your permanents, you discard your hand. It's like a super one with nothing. But you do get something. Target player is going to lose 5 life. It's good in a black burn deck. Just have 1 copy in your deck. And then we have Grim Reminder for 3 mana. Instant. Search your... Oh, actually, hold on. I just realized something with Carevex Spite. If you have multiples in hand, you can play them both on the stack. You could go like Carevex Spite, hold priority, play another one. That's not bad. That actually works out. Okay, Grim Reminder. Search your library for a non-land card and reveal it. Each opponent who played a card this turn with the same name as that card loses 6 life. Then shuffle the revealed card back into your library. Then for 2 mana, return Grim Reminder from your graveyard to your hand. Play this ability only during your upkeep. Read the updated Oracle text on Spite. Oh, is that right? As an additional cost to cast this spell. Oh! This is where reading the card doesn't explain the card. Yeah, it's actually an additional cost to cast the spell. You can't See, someone had my idea, and they exploited it, and they said, well, that's broken. It has to be an additional cost these days. Unforged, destroy target equipment. If the equipment was attached to a creature, deals 2 damage to that creature. And then Disharmony. Cast Disharmony only during combat before blockers are declared. Untap target attacking creature and remove it from combat. Gain control of that creature until end of turn. Karavek's Spite wins it. Wasn't even close. Was not even close. All right, next up, we got Metal Fatigue. Tap all artifacts. I didn't know metal could get tired. Take a break, little robots. We might be saying that not too far from the, not too long from the future. Force Void, the weirdo counterspell. Dazzling Beauty. And Truce. And the winner of this is going to go on to the finals. I'm playing Spite and CDH. It makes some sense to me. Like, a lot of people... Oh, hold on, you're playing... you're playing Karavek, Spite, and CDH. Oh, okay. I thought for some reason I thought you were talking about Force Void. Remember, Metal Fatigue, tap all artifacts. Force Void, counter a spell, and unless they can pay 1, you draw a card at the next turn's upkeep. I think that's great value. People tap out all the time. Look at how many people got by Mana Tithe. Dazzling Beauty, play only when defense is chosen. Target unblocked creature is blocked now. You also get to draw a card. And Truce, each player may draw up to 2 cards. For each card less than 2 any player draws, that player gains 2 life. I have a feeling for 3 mana, we're just both going to draw some cards. Metal Fatigue refers to the phenomenon when metal gets weaker and prone to breaking after repeated stress. That does happen. I watched Terminator. Oh, wow, we have big vote for Metal Fatigue. Does that card ignore Trample? I don't know, actually. Comes blocked. Target unblock attacking creature becomes blocked. I don't think I think it ignores Trample and you still get trampled. So, like, it doesn't stop Trample at all. Okay, Metal Fatigue wins! What a showdown this is going to be. Metal Fatigue. Okay, so this is going to be between Metal Fatigue, Garbage Fire. What else? Blood of the Martyr. And Karavek's Spite. Okay, let's do this. The worst of the 3 mana instance. Metal Fatigue. Garbage Fire. It'd be garbage. Blood of the Martyr. And Karavek's Spite. Vote away, my coffee crew. Vote away. Make Palpatine proud. Do you know what Seraspadian loquaciousness is? Absolutely not. Not even I don't even have the faintest clue. I'd play Force Void if it cost a blue. Well, everyone would. Then all of a sudden, that would be a super Mana Tithe, right? Let's not forget what these cards do. Garbage Fire will do nothing if you're not playing Draft. Blood of the Martyr. Until end of turn, you may redirect all the damage dealt from your creatures to you. Karavek's Spite. You may sacrifice everything for the low value of dealing 5 damage to somebody else. Oh my god, Garbage Fire. It's the Garbage Fire out at front, but is actually competing with Karavek's Spite. What, no one believes in Black Burn? No one believes in Black Burn? Spite can actually win the game for you. I know! There's a win condition. You probably don't want to have too many of these copies. I guess you could have 1 copy in your deck, just 1. That's one that you can afford. It's being deliberately very wordy. You mean what, the Oracle text? Red has so many better damage dealers. Oh, of course. It's red. Wow, it's a tie between Garbage Fire and Carevex Spite. What's going to break the tie over here? Oh! Garbage Fire wins! And actually is it's very flavorful. We thought it was a Garbage Fire, and it actually is a Garbage Fire. Okay, congratulations. What do we have here for today? So we looked at the worst cards of each mana value, and we ended up Regicide was number 1 for 1 drops, Break Open was number 2 for 2 drop, or number 1 for 2 drops, and then Garbage Fire was number 1 for 3 drops. This is going to be a long series. I have a feeling this is going to take a while to get done, but we have to do the science. We need to know exactly what are the worst ones. It would have been impossible if I just took 4 random ones. This is it's a tournament. So as usual, my coffee crew, if you want to be part of the show, you got to be here 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat to get for other people to be part of the show, or just guarantee your card gets voted on. And of course, thank you so much, Coffee Crew, for being here. Thanks for your votes, everyone. Thanks for being part of Democracy, Ricky, David Hauer, Lord Trevor, Christopher B, Lil Deadfly, Benjamin Berkey, Henrik, David, Evan, Gillum, Old Boy, Jess, Spectral Maniac. Looking forward to the rest of these. We'll do it. I guess we're going to do it once every 2 weeks. And Dustin Intresaru. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.